but I call them skullcrawlers.
Why?
Because it sounds neat.
Okay.
Look, I just made that name up. I'm trying to scare you.
I'm fine calling them that. Are you cool with it?
Yeah, that seems like
I like the
like
name,
a
so
great
I
name.
think
I've
you...
never said that name out loud before. It sounds stupid now that I say it. Just, you call them whatever you want. The big lizard things. Nasty.
I've built the famous skullcrawler Ragnarok. And in this video, I'm going to show you his factors, articulation, and how to build. Let's begin with factors. This build was built and finished on June 25th, 2024. The body itself took only a couple hours, but the head design was difficult to come up with, adding about an extra hour to development. The build holds 2 accessories, those being its tongues, and averages a height of 15 bricks tall. Width holds 28 joints of articulation, and this build does not belong in any series. It is built for more play than display, but the joints aren't the strongest, so you're going to have to hold them up in many certain positions. Now let's discuss the articulation. The articulation is very simple. Starting at the head, we have a ball joint for the upper jaw and a ball joint for the lower jaw. If the tongue accessories are put on, there will be 2 hinges for each tongue. The tongue piece can also rotate to get the exact position necessary. Going to the neck, there is a ball joint connecting the neck to the body. It is very limited range, but it does move enough. And discussing the limbs, there are a ball joint for each shoulder. The elbow withholds a ball joint. Halfway through the forearm, there is another ball joint for posing purposes. The hand itself is connected by a ball joint. And each toe is connected by its own separate hinge, and the claws have the capabilities of swaying back and forth. This don't count as articulation, but the back does have a little bit of capabilities to move the spinal cord. But that is for angling, not for articulation. And the entire tail is almost ball joints, being the first ball joint that connects the tail to the body, and 5 ball joints following that until it becomes 2 hinges for the tail. I will say that this is probably one of my favorite builds I've ever built. I definitely reason if you don't agree with that, but for me, this one is what I wanted it to be and what I want to build. And before we go on to how to build, it is very important that I mention this user, Mr. Bunny, offered to help me with the skullcrawler. And I would say he was quite some help with the entirety of the arms and coming up with an idea for the head. I will hold his channel linked in the description. Thank you for your help, and let's begin the tutorial.